Hello, hello, hello. We are live for another real life story. Hello, 360 Dying Farm Vibes on Vibes. My food seeker, how is everyone doing? Coming live in the evening, back to back. What a crazy week that we are having. Today is what? Tuesday? Still early, but a lot is already going on. What a crazy week. How was yours day? How is it going? Bring your table closer. Get a seat. Grab a drink. Get something, some snack, some popcorn. Let's get into the real story. It's all over the internet. It's trending. We are not here to gossip. But moments like this, we draw closer attentions and pick what is teaching us, the moral lessons that is in the story. Today we're talking about our famous Nollywood celebrity, Regina, and our guru politician, Barnett. Let's wait for others to join, then we'll soon start. We're going to dissect and see what went wrong, what happened, what is the true story behind all of this saga that is going online. Barnett bringing his own version, Regina's mom bringing her own, her brother, the entire family. Like the whole thing has entered the second phase. So let's sit and analyze the story, see what lesson we'll get, and the few knowledge we can pick from there. This is Barnett. Look at what happened, what transition from this to this. See, this is our princess, the Nollywood actress. See, all this love. What has changed? What must have happened? Barnett and Regina, they're making headlines to healings. And before I forget, I am putting on my crown today for this particular story. It's intentional. So stay close and focus. You pick the reason why I'm wearing a crown till the end of this story. Stay very close, very focused. Listen to the end so that you grab the reason why I'm wearing on my gold crown today. Because there's a lot of lesson to learn in this story I'm about to narrate right now. Not only for the girls, for both girls and boys. So for the sisterhood, which I'm proud of, I have this on, and I will tell you the reason why I'm having my gold crown on at the end of the story. So be very focused so you won't miss anything. Let's wait a little bit for other people to join before we start. What happened? We have the Obonge story this evening to dissect. Let's wait for a few people to join the live. Then we're gonna dive straight into it. Yeah, we have Regina, our Nollywood actress, and we have our politician, Parnet. Love, fame, and power. The real story behind Regina Daniel and anwoko is what we are talking about this afternoon. What happened? Well, welcome family, welcome my full circle. This is me, Dying 360 Vibes. Tonight, we are not just here to gossip. We are here for growth. I want us to take a trending story that everyone is talking about online and look it with a different eyes. Look it with our different eyes and analyze it differently and see the lessons that we want to pick from there, learn and grow. We are not here tonight for any gossip. Because behind every headline, there is a heartbeat. My apparatus doesn't want to comply with me tonight. Bringing some chaos, but that's fine. I think it's better now. Yes, I am at the center. I wanted to get a central view of myself. Behind every celebrity story, there is a human story. A lesson for all of us. All of us. I say all of us. Nobody's left. Tonight we are talking about Regina Daniel and our famous politician anwoko. A story that started like a fairy tale. But today it's teaching us about love. It's teaching us about power. It's teaching us about family and what it truly means to find peace. So grab your tea, grab your chair, grab the popcorn, bring your seat, come to the front seat, sit gallant, let's digest the story. The story of our Nollywood celebrity and the politician. Sit close and let's talk as brothers and sisters from a place of truth, not at the point of judgment. No, we are not here to judge anybody. So how did it all begin? The story behind Regina Daniel and anwoko. How did it all begin? How did it all begin? How it all began? All of us remember a few years ago, Nigeria stood still when Regina Daniel, a young talented actress, married Senator anwoko, a man much older, powerful, and already a husband to other women. It was a kind of union that divided the, people have divided opinions. Some people said it's her life, her choice. Some other were like, nope. When they bring it to the blue apps, it's not just her life, her choice. She's too young. Social media was on fire Pictures of expensive weddings, mansions, luxury cars, and for a while it all looks like happiness. But you see, my forsaker, dying 365 farm. What we see online is never the full story. Know that I know peace. Love can start in the spotlight, but it lives and sometimes dies in the shadows. Listen keenly. Sit on a stable seat. Don't sit on the one that is shaky, so you don't get distracted when you're trying to look for another seat. Let's unfold the story behind Ned and Regina. Ned and Regina's story is what we are dissecting tonight. So let's look at the other angle, the trending crisis that we are seeing online of their union, of their marriage. Fast forward to today, and the story has taken a darker turn. Regina has spoken out, saying her siblings were arrested, that she is being pressured and even forced into a rehabilitation center. Her husband, the Senator Ned, responded too publicly, saying that she has issue that is causing trouble for them in the house. Trying to self-defend that the problem is not him, Ned, it's Regina. She has issues, which she has labeled her as somebody who is doing this and being addicted to, substances. When love meets power. So now the world is watching their pain. It's unfolding. A private battle turned into public entertainment. Wow. What a life. But I don't see gossip. And I'm not here to sit and gossip about the whole story. I'm not here to judge them. I want us to listen keenly and learn something from what is trending from their story. I'm not sitting here to judge Regina. I'm not sitting here to judge Ned. But I see a young woman who once dreamed of love and peace, now fighting for her voice. Yep. I see a family caught between power and pain. And I want to ask us tonight, when did marriage becomes a performance? Hi, Prince. I see you. When do we start clapping for broken people just because they are rich? Let's talk honestly. Let's look at the angle of early marriage and power imbalance. Let's be honest. I know it's a common practice in Africa. Early marriages is still very common. Sometimes false. Sometimes disguised as opportunity to change your life. I want us to look at from the angle of, thank you, thank you, Prince Edwin, thank you, thank you. Early marriage and power imbalance. A young girl is told, he's rich, he will take care of you, you will never suffer. But no one tells her that emotional pain can be louder than hunger. Hi, Manto Ernestine, I see you. Welcome. Regina was already in the limelight, acting, earning, influencing. I mean, her mother introduced her into Nollywood at a very tender age. But maybe, like many young women, she also wanted safety. Maybe she wanted respect and she wanted stability. Thank you, Ernestine. Thank you. And that's where love and power often collide. Safety, respect, stability. Regina and her husband both responsible for collide. So the whole story is I mean, a lot of things that were supposed to be a private life, they are unveiling it online now. Who could ever think that Ned married Regina for her money, when the narrative from the onset was that Regina and the mother were gold digger in the gold mile of Ned? So it's not everything you see online that is really true. The real life does not happen on camera. When one partner is much older and much wealthier and much connected, the relationship becomes unequal. Even both people mean well, but that power imbalance. Even if Ned has good intention, Edwin, even if Regina was marrying for love, but that there was a lot of imbalance in the whole relationship. One party was having too much worth, too much connection, just too much power. One speaks louder, one listens more. One decides and the other adjusts. And slowly love becomes what? Obedience. Regina and Ned. And that's the danger of power imbalance. That's the danger of power imbalance. It doesn't always hit you on the first day. It grows quietly. And before you know it, you are living a life that looks beautiful but doesn't really feel safe. So, with polygamy, family expectations is another factor that Ned and Regina, they are displaying to us in this their whole relationship. Let's be real. Polygamy, from its creature, from its origination, it always have deep roots in African culture, which Ned has preached it online that he is highly from a polygamous background. But we rarely talk about the emotional side of it, the quiet competitions that goes within polygamous home, the hidden jealousy, the loneliness sometimes, even though you are being surrounded by everybody, that comes from sharing someone attentions. Some women enter polygamy by choice. Others are being pushed by family or by society's idea of success. Yeah, the big name that Ned already have. He was already a successful somebody. He was a senator. You'll be taken care of. Those are the kind of idea that initially everybody was, those who were for the union were saying that, oh, he's a well-connected, well-established politician. He is worthy. You will be taken care of. It's your chance, you know, it's your chance to change your life, to change your family life, to change your generational whatever. But no one prepares for those nights that you will feel lonely. You will feel invisible. No one talks about it. No one tells you that being number 3, number 4, number 5 doesn't always come with the peace of mind in a polygamous home. I can't believe Regina married that older man when he is not worthy. That is the question. That is the question. Because initially the whole narrative was he's going for his money. Regina and her mother was digging gold in the mine industry of net. Gold mine. But now the story is flipping around. The mother coming online and testifying. Now Ned has used his political connection, his political position in Nigeria to arrest the family of Regina Daniel as we speak. Normally, money and marriage are very incompatible. Take the money out of Ned and Regina lives. They will have still been married. Well, take Regina's life and they could have still been married. So Regina was already in the lamb's line anyway. She was talented, she has potential, she was already exposed. She has a lot of fan base that really love her for who she was. Our family sometimes mean well. But they push us towards what? Status, not stability. Because sometimes the family pressure, when they say, this is your chance, go and change your generation, go and the man has word, you will not lack anything, you will fly the first class, the luxury life, the gold ring, all the gold jewelry, looking good, soft life. So sometimes it's the family pressure to impress them. They forget that happiness cannot be built on hierarchy. And so we see young women today, you know, choosing comfort over stability, marrying for riches, losing themselves along the way. Another issue is for people now to get rich quick. It's not only for women in this generation. They get rich, they get quick riches mentality. Young aspiring polygamists. I like that. So the get rich quick mentality is another thing. It's not only for the girls now, even for the boys. Let's talk about this. Because Regina was already in the lamb's line. Quick life, soft life. The idea that the fastest way to success is to attach yourself to power. Manuel, welcome to my life. Thank you for joining. Like I was saying, it's not just women. Men too do it. Everyone wants a shortcut now to make it. Everybody wants to get rich quick. The get rich quick mentality is another thing. And the thing that getting that attachment to power, because Ned was a big political, you know, he has political stamina in Nigeria. He can move things and they will move in Nigeria. So he thought that he would attach his, you know, himself to him and probably get. She was already on the lamb's line as a Nollywood actress from the tender age her mother introduced her into it. But shortcuts comes with long consequences. That's what people fail to know. When your reason for love is survival, you will keep surviving and not living. When you marry into wealth without peace, you inherit pressure, not protection. Money can pay bills, but can it heal your trauma? Sometimes it sends you to your early grave. It can buy clothes, but it can't dress your heart. And you can't post your pen on Instagram, Facebook, and all of those status stories because everyone expects you to look lucky. The truth, riches without rest will drain you faster than poverty could ever have done. And that's exactly what we are seeing online. All the good romantic fairy tale life that Regina has been presenting online for us, calling it my God sense, flying all the luxury, flaunting the goals. Never in one instant she has shown that there is pain in that marriage. She even come and narrate stories and say that people think that I'm pretending. If only they know how we live at home. What we show online is not even up to what we experience at home. Sometimes I read the comment with my husband and we just laugh. That's the narrative that should make us to know. Now that they are discovering young aspiring polygamists, young aspiring polygamists. So a lot of people still want to that you should cry in a Ferrari than to cry in a keke. I think now the Ferrari have vomited, doesn't want us again inside. I drop out on the ground. We are just crying now on the ground, not even in the keke. Regina the woman, not just the wife. That girl already has a name. Let's not forget that Regina was already somebody. That's what I'm pointing at. She was young, creative, loved by her fans. She has a lot of fan base. All she needed to do was to focus and build it. She was going to be a successful somebody in life anyway. She was already standing strong in her own right. She didn't need saving. She needed but guidance, considering that she was still young and tender. Fame can be a blessing, but it can also be a trap. And we have seen that countless number of times among celebrities. Fame comes with everything round it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And it has sent a lot of people to where they are not supposed to be because of fame. When a young woman becomes successful too early, everyone wants to manage her life. Probably because she can't really make her own decision by herself, or she doesn't really have a say. Her parents will want to manage her life. Her fans will want to manage her life. Her suitors, oncoming, people viewing at her with a corny eye. Even the society. And sometimes she confuses attention for love. And this is exactly what happened to Gina. But here's the truth. No matter how famous you are, you still crave real love, understanding, and peace. Hi, Alice. And sometimes fame makes you lonely. Because everyone sees your picture, but no one sees your pain. Do you know a lot of celebrities who leave the stage and go and cry behind the curtain? That's why, if you wonder why addiction of substances is very common among celebrities, you should not be wondering why it's common, because even though they have everybody hailing them, but deep inside, 90% of them are very lonely. But here's the truth. No matter how famous you are, real love, understanding, peace, nobody can beat that. Regina's stories is just a reminder to every young woman. Your dream is valid, but guide your freedom. Don't let anyone turn your light into shadow. Regina was already at the fame. She has the foundation that everybody craves to have. A solid one. She just needed guidance. Probably because she was too young, everybody turned to manage her or to guide her in her own way. Don't let anyone turn your light into shadow. Sometimes it can be family pressure. The fear of poverty, and they want to use you as their poverty elimination point. And they pressurize you into doing things that will benefit them and not you. African family means well, but many are scared. Scared of, their daughter suffering. Scared of shame. Scared of lack. But they say marry well, marry rich. But what is rich? If he has money and no kindness, is that worth? If he has power and no peace, is that protection? So it has come to a point that we want to even question, like, let's redefine what is worth. What is worth? Becoming a dictator because someone is just at the recipient point? True word is love that doesn't make you cry in silence. That is worth to me. It is respect. It's not flaunting all the gold ring, flying first class, and the luxury. It is safety, and not the name that they will give to you, the wife of a senator. But you cry behind closed doors. Your heart screams for peace. So, in all of this that is happening, the mother coming to say everything on the onset, the whole media blamed the mother, that the father of Regina thought it was a Nollywood movie. He didn't even know it was reality. So they said the mother orchestrated everything and they planned it. The same mother that they were hailing at the beginning of the whole thing, when the news of the marriage break into the internet, is still the same mother that has come online crying. Now, as we speak, they say Ned has used his political position, arrested some of Regina's siblings, and locked them up. Nobody can cough. He has the position. All of this happening before our own eyes. Like I said earlier, we are not sitting here to gossip Regina and Ned, no. We're not sitting here to judge them, neither. But what are the lessons that we can pick from their story? What are the things we can learn from their story? That should be our big concern. Because when things are happening like this, people will talk about it in different dimensions, in different corners. But rest be assured, the future is in the past. When things like this are happening, it's for us to use it as a teachable moment, as a lesson, so that you learn, your sisters, your siblings, your children can pick one or two things out of it. The story of Regina and Ned isn't about celebrity. It's about choice, pressure, consequences. It's about how easily we trade peace for prestige. It's about how hard it is to walk away once the comfort becomes your prison. So this evening, tonight, if you are hearing my voice, I think there are some key points that we should be taking home at the end of this story. Don't rush to love. Timing matters than excitement. Never trade peace for luxury. Never trade your peace because you want to live in a luxurious life. Don't trade your peace because you want to cry in Lamborghini. Now you are on the floor. Not even a keke. Number 3. Money doesn't really equate maturity. Having money doesn't mean that you reason like you should because you have that money. Lesson number 4, as a takeaway from this story. Family advice should guide, not control. Family can advise you as a guardian, but it should not be because you're trying to please them. And I will say, a woman's dream is not smaller than her husband's own. A woman's dream is not smaller than her husband's name. So where there is power imbalance, the other person just speak and the other person obey. The other person just speak and the other person listen. You are being silent at all points. Because of the status quo, or how they put it. And lastly, when love meets power, be careful. Because one will always try to roll the other. I have on my crown tonight, and it was on purpose. From gossip to growth. I want us to, all the gossip that is going online, let's pick up out something from it that will empower us, especially a girl child. That will give us some growth in our mental thinking. Family, as we close this story tonight, my full circle, I want to remind you, we are not here to laugh at people's pain. No. We are here to learn from what is happening. If you are in a relationship where you have lost your voice, remember, silence is not love. It doesn't matter from whatever sex, a man or a woman. If your family is pressurizing you to marry when you are not ready, it's okay to say no. It's okay to wait. And if you ever choose wrongly, forgive yourself. I will repeat. If you ever choose a life partner wrongly, forgive yourself. Start again. God's grace is not limited by your mistakes. Love is beautiful when it's built on truth. When love mixed with fear, power, or silence become a cage. Let's teach our daughters to build lives before marriages. This little girl has a career that a lot of people dream, a lot of people wish. Her position was what somebody who is dying to even get where she was. She has everything to build a brighter future for herself. I will not be online today now exposing everything in their cupboards, bringing her family reputation that the mother has built over time. Let's teach our son to love without control. It's not about being in charge. What you say remains like the gospel truth. Nobody can dispute. And you call it love. And let's teach ourselves to stop celebrating pain wrapped in gold. Well, tonight, I am dying 365, reminding you that real love starts when two people can see each other. See each other as equal, freely, and don't just, don't marry well, married wisely. I will say that, don't marry well, marry wisely. Regina Daniel and the mother, their whole family story from their ancestor generations upon generation, all their archive has been pulled and put online. And even though Ned was already a well-established politician, but he was not well known, Regina brought him to lamplight. And now the whole family story now too is online. Everybody now is talking about Ned. So is that the Lamborghini that she craved for at the beginning? I don't think so. I see Camilla Brice has joined the live. Welcome. So just listen to, this is her mother here ranting on online.
You are mad. You can be saying now because of the gold digger. What digger was covering your shame? Go and see that worker student if they are looking like billionaire student. Have you been saying it?
Mom, we have seen it too.
So that is what the online has come to be hearing from the parent of Regina. This is her mother here on the phone.
The only one looking good there is Gina's children because Gina takes care of children.
Very well.
Look at you. He said, she asked her, which car? If you're not a greedy and wicked man, which of your house or of your wife did you give any of your pay? Which of your wives want to be using their star? Enough is enough. You can't use her star again. Let her be. You can never use her star again. Be your own and let her be your own. Tell the world what you have done to the girl. Tell the world. Stop bringing that rubbish. Have your report. Do this one. Who the other into it? Because you have fantasy because of fantasy. Oh, I want. Don't let the world see your nash. Don't worry. Say you want. You will see your nash.
So that's where the fairy tale marriage that Regina has been flaunting online between her and Ned has brought them to. It's not only her. We're just using this as a teachable moment. A lot of women try to present something that is not actually what they're experiencing, wrapping suffering in gold, trying to, I don't know, magnify the little things that happen like it's, they are really living in paradise. So sometimes it's not everything that you see on the blue apps that you believe. The Regina Moms is here recounting that if you look at other Ned's children, it doesn't look like billionaires' children. Regina's own children are looking good because Regina is the one taking care of. And Regina supported Ned with some of $50,000 or I don't know whatever dollars is that during his campaign. And Ned will never speak about it. And Ned is using Regina's fame to blow. Wow. So it's still, right now, it's going to be a very long, dragging between these two families. And Ned is already using his political stability, his political positions to dominate them, because as we speak, Regina has come out and cried for people to come to her aid. Ned has arrested some of her family members and locked them up. And believe you me, with what is going on and the allegation that is going around it that Regina is on substance, Ned will have those children. So you see that it's going to be a long, traumatizing, depressing journey for Regina, because Ned has the power, he has the money, and he wants to suppress. And that is the imbalance that we have really analyzed in this whole story. So my full circle, thank you all for joining. I hope we have picked 1 or 2 lessons from the whole story. It's still unfolding. We don't even know where this is going to take the whole media to. But I didn't want us to be left behind. I wanted us to have our own take, not to judge them, not to gossip them, you know, just to pick up some lessons from what is happening and see how we can, you know, learn from it, use it as a teachable moment to our daughters, our son, brother, sister, and even to ourselves. Because as we speak, there's still another Regina and Ned somewhere, flaunting the internet and painting that everything is fine, and behind the curtain they cry and weep. So Regina made polygamy look so sweet that it was changing the narrative, the unnatural way of polygamy, because it was unnatural. Everybody knows what polygamies look like across Africa, but Regina was painting it like it's all sweet honey milk. And the other wives, at one point, people start questioning, like they say Regina was number 6. Where are the other wives? What has happened to them? We don't hear about them apart from the Moroccan girl, which always tried to keep her peace. She was on low key. She showed her face once in a while in the internet, but she's not really an internet belle like Regina. So that was the story. Hope you pick out something. Please comment, drop us a heart, share this to other people so we can learn all the lessons together. Thank you all, and have a great and wonderful evening. Thanks those who were able to join. Prince, Alice, Ernestine, Camilla, and you all have a great evening. Bye-bye.